Okay, so this video is going to be very raw, no edits. If I stumble over my words or I have to think for a minute, then it's going to be in the video. Today is May 21st, 7:48 p.m., the day after I graduated. Um, this video is going to be called post-grad graduation or day one or the day after I graduated. And the point of this video is for me to keep as a diary vlog and keep it as a memory of how I thought and how I felt and where I was a year from today. Like talking about like in the future for future when a year from now, and so you can see back how I thought and how I felt, and also how I looked like. Hopefully, I look a little different. But yeah, I graduated yesterday. I graduated from Cal State Northridge in cinema arts and television. Television option and emphasis in cinematography, and I'm happy. It's kind of hard to not have post imposter syndrome. I'm not saying I don't deserve it. It's just it's something that I've been working for a long time towards the goal to graduate. I transferred from community college. I spent 4 years at Glendale Community College, and at one point I felt like I was behind. I saw all of my friends graduating because I'm class of 2018 for high school, and all my friends and other people, peers from high school, I would see them graduating literally 4 years after, and I was like, wow, I feel like a failure because I didn't graduate in 4 years from college, and it took me 4 years to get out of community college. Um, but to this day, I tell people and I tell myself things happen for a reason, and I wouldn't change it for a thing, because I wouldn't have met the people I met at community college, and I wouldn't have met the amazing people I met at CSUN, who are 2 years younger than me, and I always bring it up to them that they're 21, and they always like to bring it up to me that I'm 23 and that I'm old in their eyes. But I love you guys. But yeah, I don't feel like a failure. I'm proud of myself. I graduated, first generation Latino. Um, I was so proud of myself, and I was glad I was able to, show my parents that I graduated and that all their effort coming to this country and working, you know, it was worth it, because their oldest son, me, graduated. Um, I vlogged at my ceremony yesterday. I'm probably gonna post that after this video, most likely. But I was asking people, where do they see themselves a year from today? And I got a lot of interesting answers from everybody. Some people said they want to move to a different state. Some people said they're not gonna do film, and that's okay. And let's talk about that for a bit. Sometimes people go to college, and throughout college, you discover yourself, and you discover that things you at one point like you don't like anymore, and that's okay. But I'm glad certain people that don't want to do film anymore, they still love their 4 years at CSUN doing film, and it helped them, learn new things and discover those new things they want to do. Other than that, other people, see themselves doing other things in the field. Some people want to work, in features. Some people want to be shooting TV shows. Some people want to be creative producers, creative directors. Some just want to, from year to day, just keep on directing and making passion projects on their own. Other people want to make it to the union in camera and lighting, in the art department. So it was, to me, it was amazing, and I was happy to hear all these answers because, you know, we all want to be in different places a year from today, which is awesome because that means people have goals in their life, and that gives you purpose. Um, and talking about purpose, I know a lot of people also that I know from my cohort that graduated yesterday, um, fear post grad depression, or they just fear a lot of things. They fear that they might work in a field that maybe they don't like anymore because they get scared of the strikes. They get scared about the long hours. And my message to anybody that's feeling like that is don't worry about stuff that hasn't happened yet, Um, just go and try to work in the field you want to work at and the emphasis you want to work at. If that's editing, that's cinematography, that's lighting, that's art department, just try it. It doesn't hurt trying the things you actually wanted to do and went to school for. And if you don't like it anymore, well, that's fine. At least you know, and um, it gives you the opportunity to explore something new. Um, but other than people fearing that they're gonna work in something they don't want to work at, I've noticed and talked to a few of my peers that they also fear that, you know, what's next. The biggest thing that people are like, what's next? What do I do after college? And people start getting anxiety, which is totally normal. And I think the best advice I can give people is just set another goal, a big goal. Because life, you just have to set goals, because those goals set you up for success in the sense where you have purpose and you have a thing to wake up every day. I'm not trying to sound so motivational, but it's the truth. Um, because after you graduate, people are saying, "What's next?" And if you don't have a goal, then you kind of feel lost. You kind of feel like you're floating in the ocean, drifting away. Um, so I set a goal that you want to do. Because a year from today, for me, my goal is to have my own photography studio. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too big. I know. I mean, the goal is big for sure. From 5 years from now, it's to have a big photography studio where it's like it's divided into 4 squares. It's a warehouse where one square, the left corner is an infinity wall for photography, and on the right side is like a mini soundstage to record any video, and then the bottom corner it's a place to record ADR, record music, and in the right bottom corner of the square, it's a podcast section, record podcasts. But from a year from today, my goal is to have just a small creative space, a photography studio for me to practice my photography and invite all my friends that are from film majors, my film major students, all my film friends and TV friends, and all my friends that are in the creative space to come and shoot anything they want. Um, that's my goal from 1 year from today. And to go back to what I was saying about how people are scared of not knowing what to do next, um, set your own schedule, set your own routine. Because what you're saying is you're scared that you're no longer going to have structure, because school gave you this structure where you knew what you had to do Monday through Friday. You had to set your own schedule for work hours to go to school to get the credits to graduate. And now that you graduated, you don't have school in the equation anymore. So all you have to worry about is your day job and looking for a job in the career you graduated, which in this case for us in the TV/film industry. And it's all different for all of us. So don't stress about not getting an internship right now, or not being able to get a job. Just keep looking and pursuing it. Um, there's about 4 routes people take, and I want to talk about them briefly. Some people just don't know what to do, and they go back to school and they go for a master's. Personally, I don't want to go for a master's, but I know for certain people they want to because it benefits their life. And if it benefits your life, go for it. But if it doesn't benefit your life and you're just doing it because you don't know what to do with your life, I would say explore other options. Another option people do is they say they take a gap year. Um, that's kind of scary because I haven't experienced a gap year, but I have a lot of cousins and a lot of friends that took in a gap year, and some of them are happy. They're happy that they took the gap year because I get it. We're gonna work for the rest of our life. Why not take a gap year? We've worked so hard to get our degree. Um, but why I say it's kind of scary is because I have other people that I know that have also talked to me that they don't regret taking the gap year, but that gap year that they took, um, they still kind of feel a little lost. They don't know what to do, and they're just living life day by day. Um, so what I would say is, if you take a gap year, tweak it a bit, so you don't feel scared of what to do next. Just take the summer off. Just think like you're still at school, and you're just taking a summer vacation. Enjoy your vacation, and on some days explore, search up things that you want to do, so you can get some information. And then once summer vacation's over, take like a 2-3 month rest, or 2 months, and start looking for internships, start looking for jobs, try to be on set, meet people. That's option 2. Option 3 is um, option 3 is a little very, very like, which is fine because I'm kind of like that because I'm like I say I want a vacation and then I take a week and then I'm bored at home. And the third option, what I mean that goes very it's so hectic, is you just go straight forward. You pedal to the metal. Um, you start looking for internships. You start looking for jobs. You start being on sets. You start doing your own work. And for a lot of people that really want to be in this industry, in the creative industry, in the film industry, TV industry, look, I'm not this big time producer, director, or DP, but I do a lot of photography, freelance photography, and one thing that's benefited me from getting clients and making money with photography that I'm trying to incorporate it with cinematography, um, because my goal is to one day become a local 600 DP or camera operator and just shoot a lot of awesome videos. I want to shoot music videos with big Latino artists and reggaeton genre like Fade, Karol G, um, and also English artists like Russ. Um, but the point of bringing this up, the way that I'm going to do that with what I've learned with photography is, and what I'm with the third option that's very hectic is, you know, it's a mix between, you know, a break, but working, hustling every day. Is think about it as your school schedule. You didn't have school every single day. Some people had school twice a week, 3 times a week, and then they went to work, and then they had fun on the weekend or in the week. Just live life normally. Have you lived it? Do the routines you have set already in your life, and if you don't have a routine, set a routine like working out, going on hikes once a week, talking to friends, hanging out with friends, and then meeting people to, in mixers, networking, or being on set. That's where you can meet people. And then just, or I would say the fourth option, which is more extreme than that, that's very hectic, because their option wasn't that hectic. It's just working every day towards your goal and just hustling every single day. Like you're like, just work, 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 work. Which I get it. Some people are all about that hustle and just work, 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 and find their opportunities. Which is, if you really want to do what you want to do in life, you hit your goals. You gotta really do that. Like, go extreme. Um, for those people, I feel you, because my biggest goal last year was to buy my own cinema camera, and I was working 50 hours a week. Um, on top of doing freelance, on top of helping my friends on sets and meeting people, and I wouldn't sleep. It's good to hustle because it gets you busy, keeps you motivated. But to the people that are gonna do that, do it, because I know when you want to hustle, that's what feels right and is right. Just make sure to sleep. Make sure to take care of your health, because a lot of times you eat whatever there's on, it's open. You don't sleep. You don't drink enough water, and we're all barely 21, 23. In our early 20s or late 20s, we're pretty young, and so the biggest thing that people neglect is health. And you know, we're getting older each year, obviously, but take care of your health, because if you don't take care of your health, then you won't be able to reach your goals, because you're gonna be sick and not healthy. And it's coming from someone who didn't sleep. I would only sleep 2 3 hours when I would go to school, because on the weekends I work graveyard shift, and sometimes I would be on set in the morning, and then I would work graveyard shift from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then on Mondays, right after getting out of my graveyard shift, I would go to school. I had class at 8 a.m. and I wouldn't sleep, because I was about that hustle to get the camera. And in this perspective, there's certain people that are going to be hustling to reach their goal, which is awesome. Do that, hustle. If you're about hustle, do it. Because I know a few people in my cohort that are hustlers. Keep hustling, but also enjoy the time that you graduate. You worked a lot. I'm not saying slack off and not do it. Just hustle, but also have time to do fun things. And with that, to end this video, I just want to say, for a lot of people that still are scared, regardless of what I'm saying, the biggest thing I recommend people before this decide whatever option they want to do, whatever route they want to do to reach their goals or try new things, this is really the day after graduation. Take this week and the following weeks to come to reset, reset your whole life. Meaning, do all the things you haven't been able to do because of school and because of work and because you had so much on your plate to do these upcoming weeks. What do I mean by that? For example, kind of embarrassed to say this, but it's been 6 months that my license expired and have to renew that. I'm gonna renew that this week. I have time. I missed my dentist appointment. I'm gonna do that too. Um, a lot of little things like errands in our personal life to get our life together. Do those things that you've been neglecting. Recollect yourself. Clean your room. Do a summer cleaning. Because I don't know the correct study, but once you're in an environment that it's clean, you can start thinking correctly. And sometimes in our life when we're stressed, it's because we have mental clutter. And if you have mental clutter plus physical clutter, you feel very more stressed. So the more clean your area is, you start to clean your mental clutter. So recollect yourself by cleaning things you gotta clean, doing things you gotta do, errands, and most importantly, start hanging out with your friends. Not only your friends from school that you graduate with, but friends that you haven't talked to since you started a semester or a year ago, or friends you haven't talked to in a while, family members. Why? Because life is not just about going to school, chasing your goals and career and work, work, work. It's about enjoying life. That is just going to a simple park like I'm at right now. I'm at a park at Burbank to recording this video, and I'm with my friend. She's off screen. We're gonna go eat, and that's what life is. Just enjoying it with people you care about and love. So go hang out with your friends. Go eat. Go on an adventure. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy like a trip. But if you're gonna go on a trip, go on a trip. Shout out to the homies Austin, Thomas, and Antonio. They're in they're in Mexico. They're on a cruise. That's fun. Do that. Um, or just do a simple hike and spend time with your family because our loved ones are not always going to be around us. I'm not trying to sound sad, but go talk to your grandparents if they're still alive. Go talk to your uncles that you like, your aunts, your cousins. Um, and if if you if you listen to anything I said and if there's anything that can stick from this video is hang out with your family and friends that you love and you haven't talked to in a minute. Why? Because everyone lives a different life, and every time I hang out with my friends that I haven't hanged out in a minute, I get a different perspective. There's certain friends of mine that just got engaged, friends that got married, kids that have a kid that they have a kid now, or they're going to have a kid. Other friends that are going back to school. Some people that stopped going to school, people that changed their careers. Have cousins that they finally made it to the career job, and you just listening to them and then listening to you talk about, hey, I graduated, I feel a little lost. They can give you some sense of direction with their perspective. Sometimes we just need to hear and see different perspectives to understand what's out there and to calm down anxiety. Because I'm pretty sure if you talk to your friends and family about, you know, your dreams and your goals and your fears, they can also share their experiences with you. Because every time I hang out with my friends from high school and family members that live on the same block as me, but since our lives are so hectic, when I actually hang out with them, I hear about all the things they're doing. Like my cousin Alma, she's a cop, and how her goal is to be a detective in Austin, and how each month she's getting closer, or she's gonna get close to that. Um, my 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 cousin, um, who's you know with her partner, her husband. Um, Shout out to my cousin Favi and Froy. They're in the restaurant business. You know, some of my friends are doing their masters in engineering, electrical engineering. Shout out to Juan. You know, I just seeing all these perspectives and hearing their lives and seeing their lives so different. It just shows that we're all in the same boat. We don't know. We don't know what's next, but we just try. That's all life is. Try and exploring things you want to do. So yeah, this is my 20-minute video. Hopefully, if you've come this far to watch and listen, thank you. And stay tuned for the next videos, because the next videos I'm gonna break it down to things you can do to find purpose, and things you can do after graduating, and things to find ways to plan goals that you want to do in your life, and basically more specific videos talking about the things I mentioned earlier. But yeah, this is most likely going to be my first video on this channel, and thank you for watching. And I'm just excited what's to come in my life, and I'm really want to enjoy my summer and spend time with my family and friends and chase my dreams. So once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, and see you next time.